If you like what you watch, then don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for the latest updates on The More Show. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel for new weekly television and radio shows.
My guest now is psychic medium Rachelle Marie Walsh. At 22 years old, Rachel is one of the youngest mediums in Britain. She joins me now with her mother Kate, who has supported Rachel through her spiritual journey. Rachel and Kate, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Now this show is all going to be about belief in yourself and facing your fears. And Rachel, you've had to face your fears recently, haven't you?
Definitely. Over the last year, I've had to focus on myself and focus on confidence, because with my mediumship, I've always worked with somebody else, and now I've decided in my life that I want to focus on going out there and doing the mediumship and helping people as an individual.
Yeah, absolutely. And what's the past year been like for you, in a sense?
It's been very difficult, lots of tears, lots of reflecting, and having to sit down and look at myself and who I want to be in the next 5 years. Where I want to go in life, because for me life was just feeling quite empty and I wasn't feeling fulfilled.
Well, why was that?
Purely because I wasn't doing my mediumship and I wasn't moving forward. I didn't feel like I was moving forward within myself, and that was due to confidence, really.
Well, I'm not surprised. I mean, 22 years old and being a medium, I mean, it's very rare, isn't it?
I don't think it's very rare. I think it's rare that 22-year-olds or people that are younger, they're not out there pushing their beliefs forward and pushing their mediumship.
Well, that's when I come to you, Kate. I mean, you know, you've been very supportive towards her. I mean, if that support wasn't there, do you think she would have come on as quickly?
Probably not. She would still get there. Rachel's very positive. She knows what she wants and she'll get there however she can.
I mean, has it been a sort of different journey that Rachel's taken that you ever saw for her? I mean, did you ever see this side of her come out?
No, we didn't know about it. It was very, very secretive. Came about, well, we found out through a back door, and then all of a sudden it just blossomed.
Okay, so I mean, it was 14, was it, that you first,
14, 15, when I first started doing or practicing mediumship, researching into different mediums and kind of looking at, because I was experiencing different things in my room whilst I was out of my room, bedroom this is, I was kind of thinking, well, what's going on? This seems natural to me, but looking around, other people wasn't experiencing it. So I looked and I was watching the TV and was watching Most Haunted with Derek Okora.
Right.
And from there, because I'd seen it in front of me of what somebody else had and was doing to what I could relate to, I was thinking, right, I've got to have a look into this a bit more. So I went online and looked into, and I went onto a forum basically and discovered that I could practice what I was feeling and what I was experiencing on different people.
And what were you experiencing at that time?
At that time, I kept feeling spirit coming close. I kept seeing spirit at the end of my bed. There was vibrating my bed. You know when they say if someone's here, knock twice? Well, for me, I was like, well, if this is real, I want proof that this is real. Okay. So I had an art tin with art materials in, and I said, if somebody's in my room, because I could see him at the end of my bed, if somebody's in my room, tap on this tin 4 times. 4 times I got tap, 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 tap. And it was a bit freaky at the time, but I thought, right, now I know.
Right, and again, you knew nothing at the time, and you confronted Rachel when you found some.
She had like tarot cards.
Okay, yeah.
And I said, what's all this about? Because you know what tarot cards, you think gypsy readers and all of that. And she said, no, I'm practicing. I said, okay, you do one for me. And it, you know, so the way she explained it, she was very confident, she was very grown up about it, and she was only a teenager at the time. So.
But obviously when Rachel grew up, I mean, there was no signs that she was playing with imaginary friends that weren't there, or?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
She's got a twin sister, so She always had a playmate.
Right. So now your twin sister, though, Rachel, she hasn't got the skills you've got. Why is that?
She has dreams. That's premonition dreams. In regards to the mediumship side of things, it might be something that she's got there, just hasn't tapped into yet.
Right. Okay. Okay. But Mum, how's the husband taken this? I mean, obviously, what's his belief in the first place?
He never believed.
Yeah.
Then Rachel has said things in passing and done like mini readings within the family, and it really opened his eyes when she did her show last year.
Yeah.
And he is now so supportive.
Well, he's obviously very proud of what you've done and everything.
He is.
Well, the show that I did was the first time he actually came to show me, to view what I was doing, and because I'd put all the time and effort into creating it, finding the venue, getting the people there, and then me standing up on the platform, and for the information and the readings that were during the evening, he couldn't not believe it.
No, and especially when you were sat there and the amount of people you must have helped as well.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, it's good to have scepticism, isn't it?
Definitely.
I mean, having him in the family, do you find you need that to pull you in?
I definitely, with Dad, when I'm explaining how my mediumship works and maybe giving factual information to him, he'll ask me questions back, well, how did you get that? Why have you gotten that? Back it up. So for me, it's a lot more, it's helpful because I can go back into my energy with the spirit person to gain more information.
So you keep mentioning the word this factual information you get. How is this factual? What is this information?
For me, with my mediumship, I believe that for you to know that I've got somebody who's passed over connected to you, you need factual validation information, i.e. whether that's how they've passed, a birthday date that's connected to them or you, anything factual, so that you know that I'm not just making it up and it's not general information, because the general information could be a memory link, but you could say to me, yeah, but everybody goes to the beach in the summer with their nan and granddad. Well, if I've got factual information to say to you, so you know that your nan and granddad standing here, then the information that's not factual you can relate to.
So do you feel this information sometimes as well?
With my factual information, I've got like a vocab, like a dictionary basically that I've made up with spirit, along the way that spirit have given me as well. But like for instance, with a heart attack, some people might feel like their heart's a bit funny or they're getting a feeling in their heart area. For me, I get this feeling, a click and then a poke to my heart, so I know that suddenly passed over due to a heart attack.
Right.
So I've got lots of different signs so that I know instantly when they're coming through, so that we can carry on with the reading and get more information coming through, so that we can have a packed full reading.
Right.
So.
Okay, that's interesting, because I mean, is that how the other mediums do it? Or, I mean,
I think every medium's got their own unique way to work in. For me, that's how I like it, because I like to get the job done.
Okay.
And mediumship's not a job by any means, but for me, when I'm working, it's come on then, let's get this information through, let's give as much as we can right at this minute. So other mediums, they can work where they're just getting feelings, where they're just hearing, where they're just seeing, but I get a combination of everything.
Okay. And Kate, I mean, was there any sort of spirituality in the family, in your mother's family at all?
I suppose there was. My cousin used to see my nan when she passed. We used to go to Spiritualist Hall for our family parties. Personal memory for me, when I was about 9, I went up into the church, into the spiritual church, and got frightened. So I just came back downstairs and that was it, I wouldn't go up there anymore.
Well, do you feel things sometimes? I mean, can you sense things?
I do, not as strongly as Rachel, by no means.
And you've never chosen that path, neither
No.
have you? Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I mean, do you, with the way that the psychics work out there, how do you see yourself different to the sort of more mature psychics?
I think because of the age that I am, I can reach age groups more my age as well, because they can relate to me. With obviously the TV's helped a lot with showing mediumship on the TV and got a different range of people interested, but also with the old school mediums, some people look upon them and think there are gypsies in the back room with their crystal ball. So I feel because I'm a normal teenager, 22-year-old, I go out partying with my friends, I go out cinema, I do this, I'm just leading a normal...
Okay, but then how receptive is an older person or more mature person in getting a reading from someone as young as yourself?
Now it's been a lot easier because obviously by recommendation and seeing what I'm up to now, but previously before people knowing who I was, people wasn't very interested because they thought that because of the age I am, how could I do mediumship? Whereas age isn't in it. It's about learning the language. If you've got the gift, then you can do it.
Now you also do channeled writing or automatic writing. I know there's a few variations, but it's kind of the same thing. And you're getting messages from this, aren't you? This writing that you just flowed up with just comes out, doesn't it?
Yeah, basically with the writing, it's to do with the self, and what I write you could relate to, and anybody else, if they read it, they would be able to relate to it in some way. With the writing, I sit down, I put a bit of music on, and I just sit there and let the words come into my head. The words that come into my head, I write down. And I don't know what I'm writing until I've read back over it.
And what's the most sort of common theme that's coming out of your writing
at this
right now?
present moment, to do with confidence and viewing your life and what you can improve in your life and what attachments you may have.
Yeah.
That may be barriers or baggage that may be stopping you from developing your life and walking forward. And
do you think that's what she should be facing, Kate, her fears?
Yes. If she doesn't face her fears, she's not going to be able to help people in the future.
Yeah.
So by doing what she's doing, it's making her outlook grow. She's not seeing things so channelled now. She was quite channelled, but now she's like a different person to what she was this time last year.
And Rachel, where would you be without your mum?
I'd probably still be sitting on the PlayStation playing football.
I doubt that.
No, I think I'd still be doing my mediumship, but at a very slow pace, and I probably would have developed to where I am today, but not have had the opportunities that I've had to be able to get it out there to so many people that I've been able to.
Well, you're on an amazing journey, and you've got a lot of people to help yet. And I just want to say, Kate and Rachel, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
For more information on Rachel, visit my website, themoreshow.co.uk. Stay tuned, and I'll see you after the break.
Visit themoreshow.co.uk/shop to purchase products and services from your favourite past guests. If you're new to this site, you can also catch up on the previous television and radio shows through YouTube and the More Show website.